Welcome back, everybody. It is Mr. Cognetti again. Today we are going to be doing Module 6, lesson number 26. I don't know why I wrote it in red, but whatever. That's fine. Let me fix this camera quick. All right, so today... Oh, one sec. Awesome. Today we're going to continue working with number problems, and we're going to continue with the tape diagram that we were working with yesterday. Okay? So I want you guys to remember that when we read that word problem, we're listening for the information that they tell us. And then listen for the question, which is usually at the end, what it's asking us to figure out. Okay? And remember, tape diagrams are also very, very similar to number bonds. They just look a little bit different. They look like little pieces of tape. Okay? Excuse me. Here's our first number sentence. Tony is reading a book with 16 pages. Maria is reading a book with 10 pages. How much longer is Tony's book? Okay, so we could use quick 10 drawings to draw this out, but remember, we love to learn different methods, and we love practicing different methods so that we have a variety of options in our toolbox to help us solve problems. So I'm going to put a T for Tony. Hold on, I don't like that. T for Tony. It said he read a book with 16 pages. So I'm going to make a rectangle. Just pick any size you want. And put a 16 in there. 16 is a pretty good size number, so I did a pretty good sized piece of tape. And then Maria is our other person. So they told us Maria is one of the people in the word problem. So I'm going to put M down for Maria. Now Maria is reading a book with 10 pages. So we want to know how much longer Tony's book is. So then we have Maria, which is 10 pages. And hers is actually shorter. So I'm actually going to come back up to this one and rewrite it. I'm going to put, because I can see that this piece of tape would fit inside of this one, not the other way around. So here, we're going to say this is 10 right here. I don't know how much this is. But I do know that this whole thing is 16. Okay? So, Tony is reading a book with 16 pages. Maria is reading a book with 10 pages. How much longer is Tony's book? So, this is the part of the rectangle that is longer, right? We're trying to figure out how much longer it is. So what we're going to do when we have a number bond like this, where we're missing one of the parts, when we're missing a part, means we do subtraction. When we're doing a subtraction sentence, we take the whole first. 16 minus 10 equals what? Well, this is when we can do our tens first. So 110 minus 110 is going to be 0. Now we don't have any tens, so you could actually put a 0 there. And then 6 ones minus 0. If you have 6 fingers up and I tell you to put down 0, you still have 6 fingers up. So our answer, 6. How much longer is Tony's book? Well, Tony's book is 6 pages longer. He read the same amount of 10 pages that Maria, and then read 6 more pages to read 16 total pages. All right, how are we feeling on that? Because we're going to try another one. So go ahead and find a blank spot. I'm just going to move mine over. I think this is quicker. There we go. No, I got a blank spot. Awesome. All right, Shanika built a block tower using 14 blocks. All right, Shanika built a block tower using 14 blocks. Tamara built a tower using 5 more blocks than Shanika. So how many blocks did Tamara use to build her house? Let's draw a picture. All right, think about what it first told us right at the very beginning of the word problem. Shanika built a block tower using 14 blocks. Okay. I'm going to put an S for Shanika. And then I'm going to put a piece of tape with the number 14 on it. All right, I made this one real big. So it really doesn't matter what size you make it. It's the second one that matters. Tamara built a tower using 5 more blocks than Shanika. So T for Tamara. So she built one using 5 more. Is her rectangle going to be bigger or shorter than Shanika's? If she used more, it means it's going to be bigger. All right? So we're going to make it bigger. I'm just going to, doesn't matter how much bigger. I can even go more. I'll make this one real big to show how it doesn't matter. So it says Tamara built a tower using 5 more blocks. So that must mean she definitely built a tower with 15 or with 14, right? So it's like we're going to move this down into here. So here's 14, right? It lines up. And then it said she built 5 more. So she built those, or she built a tower with the 14 blocks, but then with 5 more. So we put 5 right there. That's the 5 more. And we want to know how many blocks Tamara used total, which means we need to find the whole. And we have 2 parts. And we have both parts. We do part plus part equals whole. So we'll do 14 plus 5 equals 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Our answer is 19. Okay? So, we got to listen for those words like 5 more blocks. That's how I knew Tamara's tape was going to be longer. And that's how I was able to fill in the correct numbers. Let's try another one. Maybe 1 or 2 more. All right. Find a blank area or clean your board. There we go. This one says Darnell walked for 10 minutes. All right. So there we go. We already know something. First sentence in the word problem, Darnell walked for 10 minutes. I could even record that before I even read the rest. Let's do that. Let's put a D for Darnell and a rectangle saying he walked for 10 minutes. Great. I already have that written down now. So he walked for 10 minutes to get to Kiana's house. The next day, Kiana took a shortcut and walked to Darnell's house in 8 minutes. How much shorter in time was Kiana's walk? Okay, so we have Kiana. K for Kiana. And she walked for 8 minutes. So is this rectangle going to be bigger or shorter? It's going to be shorter because 8 is a smaller number. So there's Kiana's 8 minutes. So we need to figure out how much shorter was her time. How much shorter? So we need to figure out this space here. She was able to cut it down that much. Or we could say this. We know Kiana's 8 is in here. And then we have this much left to make the 10 minutes that Darnell walked. Okay? So there's a couple ways we can look at it. Take the 10 and then we cut it off however much this is, which would tell you we're using subtraction. Or we can put it this way in Darnell's, where Darnell has the 8 minutes that Kiana also walked, but he also walked extra. And that's what we're trying to figure out. And that must mean we're missing a part in our number bond or in our tape diagram. And when we're missing a part, we use subtraction. When we use subtraction, what number do we start with for our number sentence? One of the parts or the whole? It's got to be the whole. It's got to be the biggest number. So we have 10 minus, the only other number I have up here is 8, so it's got to be 10 minus 8. So 10 minus 8. Well, we can go from 10, we can count back 8. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are left with 2. So that means Kiana's path was 2 minutes faster than Darnell's. Okay? That's all we're going to do for today. Actually, I just wanted to do those problems. You guys are going to practice this in your homework. All right? Again, imagine it like it's a number bond. Just like we were doing in the beginning of the year, we record with a picture the information the problem tells us, and we go from there to solve the problem. All right? Good luck, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys are doing awesome, just like always. Bye.